Welcome back to Dukascopy TV. I'm Elaine Stenson. I'm joined in the studio now by Valérie Issumo, who's the founder of Prana Sustainable Water and the designer of the Ethical Water Exchange. Valérie, you're very welcome to the studio. So what can you tell us about Prana Sustainable Water?
Well, in fact, it's coming from my experience of soft commodity trading, so taking the risk on crops that were not existing for selling them in advance. And in fact, there is a common element in every commodity and in every services, it's water. And from that experience of financing things that were not existing, I said, why not for the water infrastructures today?
And there's a necessary input of water into all goods, services and commodities. How can we utilise this into futures commodity?
In fact, we are facing today big challenges because by 2030 there are many very serious studies that says that there will be 40% more demand than offer, and I'm sure you have heard about all the water scarcity problems and some water wars that already exist. So we have to speculate in the positive sense. We have to look forward, or we can solve that problem before arriving to a dramatic situation.
Okay, and could treated wastewater be the next commodity? How can we transform it into a futures contract, and what are the challenges that it faces?
Yeah, so as you can see, for example, producing sugar, there will always be water from the rain, water from the soil, and potentially treated wastewater, because in the world you have about 80 to 90% of wastewater that is untreated, which is endangering not only our health, the environment, but also the business, because the cost of repairing it are very high. And if there is wastewater next to the production site, why not using them? So we are not talking about transporting water, we are talking about commoditizing treated wastewater to avoid problems of water contaminations that do not recognize any borders.
Okay, so could 100 or 1,000 cubic meters of water become the next common or global currency?
Definitely, because water, again, is the common element of every trade. Today, that is the most traded good in the world if we take it, or if we consider the water footprints. For example, 1 kilo of sugar is about 1,500 liters of water. So definitely, in some cases, some countries could exchange one part of their foreign trade into, let's say, the valuation of the water that is embedded in those products, but not the water that hasn't that didn't need any water infrastructure, but the one that needs some finance. So the one that is supplied with a certain timing, with a certain quality, and so on.
Okay, so Valérie, just one final question: how do you see the future of this water as a commodity industry?
I think it's a good market that is in the interest of everybody, not only in the interest of the financial sector or the trading sector, because today the global water market is above $600 billion, and it will increase more and more. So a big part of the water that is supplied could come from treated wastewater. So we evaluated about $200 billion a year. And the positive thing is that wastewater today might have a higher value than just normal water, because with wastewater you can produce energy, you can produce phosphorus, you can produce fertilizer and so on. So everybody has wastewater, even the poor people. So if we consider wastewater as a commodity or a raw material, that means that everybody, even the poor people, potentially can sell this raw material for water input, for commodities or for other things.
Okay, Valérie from Prana Sustainable Water, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you to you.
And that's all we have time for now, but do check back later for further updates and for further interviews from the TV team. Bye for now.